So, hello. I will just provide you a short update on our Turris project. The reason why I'm talking in English is that we have some English-speaking attendees here. So, welcome. We are very happy that you are here, that LinuxDays are slowly getting international. And we want to, if you want to ask in Czech, in the end, it's also possible. But we also have a booth there, so you can come to our stand and play Turris or just ask some questions or get some swag. About what happened on our project in last weeks and months since the last conferences. We were on another conferences. Oh, we have some Lux here. There should be another. So the terrified guy you will see in a few seconds. Yes. This is a guy who organized the RML conference, one of the conferences we attended in the start of July in Saint-Étienne in France. That was a big event for French open source community, and we were the main provider of the connectivity there. So now we know that Turris Omnia is able to serve more than a few hundreds, like more than thousands users in a week, and more than a few hundreds users in one moment. So the conferences we were on was RML. We were also on Bits and Bytes here in Prague. CZNIC was a co-organizer of this event, and all the people from around the world were very happy to see Turris Omnia is there because it's very special hardware even for the people that are making internet possible all around the world. Other things are is it better? Yeah. Other events we attended and or we are going there are mainly local, but we are getting bigger in the next year again. Also, what we do for our users was newsletters or were newsletters because since the start of our project, we were kind of, we are open source, but we had too much work to provide regular updates to our community. And we are improving community testing, so we are in hope that it will get better. The core thing on our router is or are updates, and we are getting better and better in updates. So now we have a frequency like major a month, so you will get new features a month, and we improved the frequency of minor versions with security fixes and other things on minor version a week. And yeah, that gets some problems also, like last week or this week we have some problems on legacy Turris devices, but in comparison that the device is more than 3 years old, it's very nice to have automatic updates and new features there. And if you are the one of the users with problems, we will welcome you on our booth, and we will help you to recover your device, so you don't have to go, you don't have to open your router at home. What we brought in updates in last weeks. Yep. No. Yeah. Sorry, kind of having problems with the Lux of the projection. We provide a lot of security updates because there were some CVEs in OpenVPN and DNS mask and other core packages of our solution. We also improved the speed of booting of both Turris, legacy Turris and Turris Omnia. and we migrate the old device to a new updater, to the same updater as Turris Omnia has. So that's kind of a promise to all Turris Omnia users that you will get long time support as we are getting in 4th year with some Turris devices. We want to provide automatic updates at least 5 years. I hope it will be longer, but yes, you are if you are consider buying a Turris Omnia device, then just do it, because you don't have to think that it will become obsolete or whatever else. We migrated Turris 1.x on BTRFS. Thanks to that, if you have a problem with your testing or experiments, you can roll back to previous snapshot as easy as on Turris Omnia. And we also provide some features for not that technically advanced users. So now you can set up a lot of settings on guest Wi-Fi without being a fan of terminal or other common things for Linux users. We updated to latest syslog ng, and we started better integration of Suricata IDS. In case you want to know what's happening in your network, then you need IDS and IPS. So that's the reason why we integrated this very popular open source IDS and IPS. Also, we updated and integrated some packages, so now it's very easy to use Turris Omnia as a hardware for your Nextcloud. So you don't have to store your data on some remote clouds, because as some open source events and organizations has the motto, there is no cloud, there are just other people computers. So just get your Turris Omnia and you can have your data at home and secure with Nextcloud. It's very easy. And we make the better update management, because not everybody can use automatic updates. Someone is using Turris Omnia on their core applications, so they just want to test it before. So you can now, for example, postpone updates and other things. About hardware, hardware is one of core parts of our project, because we are not only developers of software, but we also designed Turris Omnia and Legacy Turris in our team in CZNIC. So we sold out the 2 gigabytes of RAM model from the first batch. So now there is a manufacturing process running of next 5,000 pieces of 2 gigabyte version of Omnia. We are working on FCC certification for US market. So because a lot of companies from the United States are asking us that they want to use it in their own applications. And as we are not a newcomer anymore to ISP and other big markets in or corporate markets in Europe, we are getting bigger deals than a few pieces of units, and you will hear about Turris Omnia, not only open source and other conferences that we are talking about, but you will hear about it a lot in next months from some ISPs in Europe. And we are also, as we are part of CZNIC called labs, laboratories, we are researching about possibilities of new hardware, but we are not planning Turris Omnia lineage at this time. So if you are considering, we have a lot of questions about should I buy Turris Omnia or should I wait for the next? Just buy it, because there are no plans for Turris Omnia lineage. We received some awards. We received a notification just yesterday, Cena Bastlířů, and the nice thing is that we are third as a product, and we are the most favorite project of Czech players with hardware, or how to say it. And what do we have in plans? We are planning to do remote backups for our routers, for our users, because sometimes it can happen that your router will have electrical shock from a lightning or other things, and you will lost your router, or somebody stole it, and you don't. Somebody steal it, and you don't have your latest backup. So we are planning to do remote backups as an optional thing. We are also working on a better Nextcloud support, because this time it's you have to use the SSH and run some commands, and in the near future you will be able to just click it and have Nextcloud at home. We also deployed or get Honeypot as a service, what was a part of Turris project. Now it's a standalone project, and if you have open source project, you want to use collected data about internet attacks and other things, you can now use data from Honeypot as a service in your project. We are getting better in testing the releases, but we know that it's not ideal. So we are still working on better testing, either automatical testing and either the testing scenarios for our users. As we want to stay up to date, so we are updating or migrating from OpenWRT repository to LEDA repository. But yeah, it's kind of funny that LEDA is merging back to OpenWRT. If you want to know more about this, there will be OpenWRT Summit in Prague in the end of October, and we will host it in Hotel Olšanka here in Prague. So we are also rewriting Forris, because Forris is one of some core parts of our project. If you want to configure your router without getting technical, you just want to click it easy way, you need Forris. And as we started 4 years ago, Forris was planned to be just a small wizard to set up basic things, and it's getting bigger and bigger. So we are rewriting Forris, and it will be better in modularity, so anybody will be able to create a plugin for Forris for his own package or her own package. And we are, as we promised, parental control in our crowdfunding campaign when we started with Turris Omnia. We are still working on it. It will be based on Suricata IDS, and I don't have an estimated date, but we are still working on it. We didn't forget it. So if there are some people here that bought Turris Omnia just because of parental control, please stay patient. We are working on it. And we are keeping our promises. We are planning some community events, because with the latest update for Turris 1.x, we realized that there are a lot of people bought or received Turris 1.x 3 or 2 years ago, just place it on a shelf and leave it. as it is. And as we want to provide not only security updates, but also some new features. The hardware is okay. We don't need to modify the hardware except the backup battery for real-time clock. But we need to update some core parts of the software, like file system, and it's not possible to do it remotely. So we are planning the events like install fest, small install fest with a beer, of course, after the migration to BTRFS. But let's see how it will go. And we are also planning to attend some new events or next conferences and tell a lot of people about our awesome solution. If you want to know more about Omnia and Suricata IDS running on it, you can attend the workshop tomorrow. It will be held in Czech language, but it will be technical. And our Turris developer, Michal Hrušecký, who will hold the workshop, is also speaking English. So it's possible to attend the workshop tomorrow. There will be 20 Turris Omnia boards to experiment on, and you will learn about how to use deep packet inspection and other things better than just firewall on Turris Omnia. So tomorrow in the room 2, 3, 4, 5 from 10:30 there will be a workshop. You can play with Omnia there, and you don't have to break your own Omnia at home. So thank you for your attention. I will gladly ask your questions here or on our booth, and you can also come there. The picture you can see there is Turris. It's one of the most expensive machines for playing Tetris on the world, but it's just an experiment, and it's a nice time eater kind of. So thank you. Tak už tam putuje mikrofon. Oh, there, the microphone is going there.
Rady, pardon. Nezmínil jste, že pořádáte placené jednodenní semináře k Turrisu? A druhá věc, jak to vypadá s mobilní aplikací pro iOS pro Turris? Díky.
Okay, questions were two. The first one is that I didn't mention that we are also making one-day events, one-day paid events when you can learn how to do this or that on Turris Omnia. So you can learn whatever you want with a leading of our Turris developers anywhere in Czech Republic in 3 places, Praha, Brno, Ostrava. And the second thing was how does it look with Turris Omnia mobile application for iOS? I will firstly answer in Czech. Or rozumíte mi i anglicky? Yeah. Okay. Turris mobile application is kind of not so good right now, and we don't have iOS version, and we are not working on it at the moment. We have Android version that is in beta version, and we have a lot of other work, so it's kind of not our priority, but we are working on it. I'm sorry to say it, but I want to be clear with you that it's not an everyday development of Turris mobile application, but we are looking for more mobile developers to make a better application, because the application that is in beta version in Play Store right now is just able to provide you some data about what's happening on Turris. But in next versions we want to add a lot of features, so it will be kind of same as having forest settings in your mobile phone. Do we have a microphone? Yeah, to the first line.
So since I don't care about all this fancy functionality, is OpenWRT or LEDA support going to happen anytime soon? Upstream one?
Okay. If you want, you can install LEDA or OpenWRT at the moment, but you will lose, I think, SFP support and better support of LEDs in front. But it's possible to install the stock OpenWRT, I think, or some people already tried it. And you can also install a lot of big Linux distros like OpenSUSE, Gentoo, and other stuff. But we are not officially supporting it, and I think OpenWRT is not supporting it too. So you have to compile your own version.
So it's not in upstream, this Turris Omnia support. It's not in upstream OpenWRT. I cannot take it and just install it.
No, not at the moment. And we send some patches to upstream, but it's in the waiting list, I think, or what. And it's not our priority to support upstream version. But as we believe in open source, we are getting some patches and we are providing some patches back. And as we are organizers or co-organizers of OpenWRT Summit, we will know more about support of Turris Omnia and Turris 1.x in OpenWRT upstream in the end of October, I hope. Is there any other question? Okay, so thank you for your attendance. And if you want, please come to the booth. We have a lot of swag there, some very nice things. You can play Turris there, and you can also have any other question. And we have discount vouchers for Turris Omnia there. Thank you very much.